What's going on, everybody? Can everybody hear me? Everybody's good, having a good morning. How's everybody doing?
What's going on, everybody? Can everybody hear me? Everybody's good, having a good morning.
All
How's
right.
everybody doing? What's going on, everybody? Can everybody hear me? Everything's doing. Everybody's good, having a good morning.
Hold on.
How's everybody doing? What's going on, everybody? Can everybody hear me?
All right. It's been a while, so trying to work things out. Hey, how's it going? How's it going, guys? How's it going? I know it's been a while, but it's kind of time to start live streaming. I said I would put out videos and start, bringing you guys in. So I asked you guys a question about aquascaping. I've got tons and tons and tons of response, which was good. And you guys actually took it easy on me. So that's always a plus. Good morning, everybody. All right. So some of the questions, I need to get to that, my video, so I can see some of the responses and questions people had. Also, if you guys have any questions, it's time now to ask the questions, and I'm going to use my phone and answer them to the best of my ability. Let's see. Get off of that. Let's get to some of these questions. So the number one thing that people were talking about as far as the aquascape, what I should do. I think they were talking about this middle section here, to raise it up higher. And it's not that I don't agree, because I'm not keen to any of this. Actually, I'm not fond of any of it. From this section on, hopefully your cameras okay. This section, I'm great. Down here, I'm not in love with it. I don't like it. People are saying maybe I should make an arch in the middle here, bigger boulders, bigger pieces. This flat piece, I'm kind of not keen to it, even though if there's a bunch of corals, it's going to grow out and whatever. So let me, I got two phones. So let's see, live chat. All right, don't know this. Invitation. Okay, what rock is this? I like the flat chunk. Okay, so this is a shelf rock, reef rock, um, Southern Seas base, basically shelf rock, stuff like that. It's basically like Marco rock. It's the same, except this is cut on one side instead of both sides, like Julian's selling stacks. So it's the same stuff. Um, it's really nice. It's, I can't say anything bad about it. It's easy to work with, to be honest. So that's what it is. Yep, Florida base. Yep. Hey Tim, how's it going? Hello everyone. If you make make it taller, is it harder to look down the tank? Okay, so here's the thing with that, right? I'm going to be viewing from this side and that side. This side is just a 4 foot, walk around the tank. Yes, I'd probably be viewing, somewhat down the tank. But the main viewing panels are the 8 foot sections of this tank. So the 8 foot, panels. So these are the sides that's going to be viewed 98% of the time, maybe 2% down there just to, I don't know, for filming, taking pictures, whatever. So that's that. Maybe get some smaller pieces, bring as much rock up off the glass for more filtration. I'm not, okay, so I'm not going to read the comments right now just because I want some stuff to explain. I want to keep my train of thought. I'm not worried about filtration. Filtration's never been my weak point in any time that I've, started reefing. I've always went big or went home. So basically, I've always overdone stuff. So I never had filtration problems and stuff like that. So for you guys that don't know, my filtration, just my sump area is going to be loaded full of rocks, which is part of my filtration. I'm a firm believer in a lot of rocks. The sump by itself is 8 feet long, 3 feet wide, and 2 feet tall. So that's bigger than the 300 that's sitting over here. So that's bigger than that. That is my sump. My Reef Octopus 8000 external skimmer is going to be able to run with this system as well with no problem. So lots of rock, part of number one of your filtration, and protein skimmer, part of filtration. Far as flow. Now here's what I'm trying to accomplish. I'm trying to run a ton of flow into the tank. I don't do flows from sump into tank. I'm talking about with inside the tank. I'm trying to have maximize my flow in here real good. So all these crevices and stuff like that, I want water constantly to be able to get all through that. As far as the structures of, I know it's all kind of the same level, which is something I really don't like, to be honest. But at the same time, I'm kind of looking at if I built too high, when these things grow out, they create a wall. So if I have, my returns are coming in from down here and we're going to try to rig up something as far as pumps without being on the glass or anything, maybe some C sweeps or something like that to blow flow back through here. Plus, I'm going to put pumps back here. There's going to be 2 pumps here off this back glass blowing here this way, pumps blowing this way to create, almost like a gyre. Maybe I'm going to use gyres. I still don't know about that either. So create good flow. So on both sides of this island here, we're going to shoot flow down these sides. That's why these sides are in. They're about 8 inches to a foot off the glass, because I want to be able to keep a lot of movement in this tank. Now, if I go with height, far as movement and using pumps and stuff here, if this is up higher, I'm creating a wall. These things are going to get big. So if I create a wall, it's going to keep here. Let's just say if I built this up here, higher, those corals grow out. I'm going to create a wall where the flow is going to be pretty much crappy down here. That's just what corals do. They create walls, and that's just part of their growth and stuff like that. So why don't you make a quick frame to give you a visual as to how the tank will be. Might make it easier for. Okay, so to answer Chris's question, he said, why don't I build basically a template? This is the template. This is the exact size of my tank. This is 4 feet wide, 8 feet long, besides 27 high. I mean, right here, I know at this point, this is 17. This is 17. Hopefully we can see that. Maybe I need to move the camera a little bit. All right. So at this point here, is 17. So then, these are more like 10 or so and under as far as height. So this actually is the bottom of my tank. This is what my tank is. So this is my template here. What about center peaks that taper out towards the corners? Would that hinder flow too much? Maybe not. I don't know. I mean, the thing is, it's the corals' growth patterns. That's the thing. They all grow different rates, growing faster. Yeah, it's just really just depends. Yeah. Oh, you like how I use a full sheet of plywood as my template? Yeah, that's that's it. Let's see. Bare bottom. We'll get to that at a later time. Um, are you planning on the inner canyon get covered up by corals, or are you trimming to have them go up but leave a canyon? I have no idea. I have no idea. Like I said, this part here. Let me undo this so I don't have to stand right here. Like I said, this one little single island over here, that looks fine. That's not bad actually. I feel like I need to do something with this, even though I kind of like this structure, but maybe not in this position. I also feel like maybe even though I like my V, I really don't want to do nothing. Maybe put another piece right here, like go up a level and base it out. So actually add another rock here, and then more of a shelf here, and then that will give me that little bit of height here. Leave that structure, maybe this structure, and rework this structure and a little bit more broken up as far as height. Let's see. I use cardboard. Oh, but that's okay. No, Rico. So, so Sean says he just run with it, brother. Yeah. Um, No, I don't. So a lot of people think that I'm putting in full colonies. Um, that is not what this was for. I'm not putting in full colonies. Not at all. I That defeats the purpose of me breaking my back, killing myself, doing this for you guys to show from the very beginning of starting a reef tank, getting it up and running, and starting off with frags. The colonies are not going in this tank at all. Everything is starting back off as frags. So I don't think it's fair. People are supporting this build. And if you'd like to be part of supporting this build, please go into the description section and to the GoFundMe page and please donate there. Um, but that really defeats the purpose of anybody, you know, watching this, as far as I'm concerned. I want people to see it from the beginning and see it all the way through till it grown out, and follow that whole journey. The ups and downs that may happen with this, I have no idea because this is the first time I've ever used dry rock. Um, some of the old heads think that I'm a little crazy. Um, I have to personally find out for myself why people are having problems so much when it comes to dry rock. So that's why I'm only using 1% of live rock. I need to see how long is it going to take for it to, actually seed and the tank start thriving without any hiccups. How fast can I get a system like this, starting it off like this, well tuned, where I don't have to babysit it? That's another thing that I'm looking forward to. There's a lot of things that I heard since I started YouTube. A lot of people complaining about, and I need to see is it actually the rock and stuff like that. So if I put in 1% of actual live rock with 99% basically of dry rock, how fast can I get the sponges to multiply off of that 1% of live rock? How fast can I get the tank seated? How fast I can succeed on feeding that 1% to multiply like crazy in the system and make it as if this rock's been in there for 20 years. I need to find out these things because that's the only way I can like kind of relate to anybody that has problem with any of this dry rock. Uh, do I think that I'm going to have problems? I don't want to sound arrogant. No, I don't. But at the same time, I've never done it this way. So this is really outside my elements. This is outside of anything that I would even do. People complain about live rock all the time. That's another debate. That's another fight. Um, and it's a fight that I don't like to fight with because it's coming from people that are fairly new into the hobby. And I understand things change. I understand that, oh, it reminds me of, as we were growing up as kids, telling the parents, "Oh, that was back in your day. You don't know what you're talking about." Blah 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 blah. And then something bad happened, and your parents come back and said, "I told you so." That's kind of how I feel when it comes to this hobby. People don't want to hear, even though they got proof and they can physically see that obviously you know what you're doing by your business card, your tank. Um, Even with that, people don't want to just give credit where credit's due. They want to fight you. It's pest, 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 pest. Yes, there are some nasty things that can come with true live rock. Okay, I get it, but there's also things that are going to take care of those situations for you. Now, the thing is understanding your limitation as a hobbyist, understanding that if you only have a 40-gallon nano or breeder or whatever, you are not going to be able to get away with things that are going to help you to take care of X, Y, and Z. You just don't have the room. You don't have the space. And I think that's where the conflict comes when it comes to that is because they don't have the space to utilize all these other animals that's going to help them, with their situation. Same thing, with dinoflagellants, cyanobacteria, you using other tools to help fight that. Well, you got a whole bunch of green hair algae growing all over the place. You're utilizing other tools, your hands, you're physically removing as it grows. So you are the animal that's physically removing. Sometimes your tangs or fox face is going to eat that stuff, whatever. They eat it, but the process continues. You have to physically remove it. Animals are going to physically remove these pests. They're not going to come back, blah, blah, blah. That's where a lot of I feel like a lot of the debates, the problems are. And it's just a vicious cycle. You can tell somebody this, and that. They don't want to listen to you. It's not. It might not even be they don't want to listen to you. The fact is they don't have the tank space to help with that. Maybe quarantining it. Maybe quarantine over there. Put some food over in another corner. Put the live rock in one section of the corner of a 40 breeder, and put a camera on it and see what comes out of that rock to go get that food. Quarantine that piece of rock. If you're so worried about it, quarantine that piece of rock. Put some food on one side of the tank, your live rock on the other side. Whatever's in that rock is going to come out to eat. It needs to feed. It's going to come out of that rock and it's going to go search for that food. And at that time, you can assess what pests that you have in the system, and you can physically get it out so you can put it in a smaller tank. Maybe that's one way to look at it. So let me get on here. Hey, Sandy. Rico, that is going to look boss. I am so happy that you're starting with frags. Had a big tragedy earlier this year, and I had my 10-gallon up and running for 6 months, lost it all, so I'm back now. That's awesome. Bigger and better so you can have real cleanup crew. Well, so I'm not a big fan of cleanup crew. Um, to be honest, not at all. Don't care for cleanup crew, as far as crabs and all that. It's not my thing. I look at myself as the cleanup crew because everything that I do to that system is a reflection of me. Okay, so what I mean by that is if I'm growing hair algae, it's simply because of me. It's simply because I'm overfeeding my system. I don't have proper filtration and I'm not doing the right thing. I'm constantly, I'm just basically causing what's going on in my tank. I'm the one, it's my fault, my problem. Um, some people don't believe that. You are, a lot of times, the things that are going on in your tank is because of what you are doing to your tank. It's because you're constantly changing things. It's constantly because you're constantly got your hands in your system. You're constantly disrupting the system. You're constantly overfeeding the system because your friends come over and your fish are doing tricks for you. So you decide to overfeed a couple more times, have your fun, have your laughs at these fish, and the system actually shows you at a later date that you screwed up. So um, that's just the reality. Just keeping it real. Let's see. Rico's Aquarium, are you going to jump in your tank before you set it up? Greg Jones. I have no idea. It probably will be. I actually was in the tank. I did get in the tank. I was live on Instagram. I've been doing a lot of live on Instagram, uh, building up the Instagram side of things. It's easier, take pictures, whatever, stuff like that. So I had me and the whole family actually inside the tank. Now I did put up a picture of just the family in the tank, but yes, I was in the tank. So I don't know. Uh, you had to come back. Thanks, Sandy. The crickets are loving the stream. Yes, the cricket is loving the stream. Don't know where he is. Um, he's happy. Obviously, he's singing us a song right now. I'm out in the garage, obviously, because I'm gonna actually do some work today after this stream and try to do some more work with Escape. But I decided to go live because I said I would. Once I started putting out videos, and the last video I put out was Aquascape, so I'm starting there. I'll probably go back to some of the other videos and title it as such, so we can talk about that and stay on topic. Hopefully, with me doing these live streams, coming back to the live stream, hopefully it's going to be a better experience for myself and everyone else, staying on topic. you know I'm not going to sit up here and say there's going to be 8-hour live streams. That probably will never happen again. But I will dedicate some of this time to, to answer your guys' questions, to go over what you've asked as far as comments and stuff like that from any videos that I put out. So hopefully you guys enjoy them. Hopefully there's something that we can continue, or, if not, then I'll just continue making the videos and that would be it. Let's see. My new system will be here in the September. Let's see. Must be killing you having to rock out the tank. No, it's not. Actually, it's not bothering me having any rock outside the tank. Some of these pieces, like this, this is going to be heavy. So I'm gonna have to put this together out here. I'm gonna have to weld it up, bond it up, whatever, and carry it in. This I might be able to do in 2 sections. You know, whatever. It's not killing me. It's actually, gives me a better idea than me trying to be hunkered down in this tank, even though it's big, sitting there having a wife, give me pieces and playing with it inside the tank. The last thing I want to do is scratch this tank, break something, drop something in the tank. I just don't want to deal with it. I'd rather have it out here. I'd rather aquascape it here, and that's it. Usually I have a wall, to aquascape. That's different. I'm doing one piece at a time, and I'm just going with the flow with the tank space that I have and come up with something amazing, just stacking, and that's that. That's kind of why this was kind of simple for me. I'm just coming off the back glass. I can blah, 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 blah. It's fine. This is kind of whatever. And the rest, I'm kind of like clueless at this point. So let me see. Missed the live streams. Well, okay. So, not to be funny, you know, I enjoy doing these live streams. I really enjoyed, Um, but I was truly burnt out. I wasn't gonna waste my summer. I was really burnt out, and just kind of I needed to change. I needed to change. I needed to switch up for a while, enjoy my summer, enjoy things with the family, get things done. If I would have continued live streaming, there is no way that I would have got what I've got done. There's no way. I would have spent most of my time on the live streams, not getting anything done, talking in circles, you know, constantly, repeating myself this way. It was just time it was time to be shut down. It was time for it. Um, you know, it's one of those things, man. So hopefully, I don't get burnt out. Hopefully now, winter's approaching. We're pretty much getting this off to a nice start. We're gonna get ready to start putting this stuff in. Once I come up with the rest of this aquascape, I'll be doing a video on it. This is basically the same as it was in the video, so therefore I don't feel like I'm cheating myself as far as this could be potential video. No, it's the exact same way I had it when I made the video, and I'm gonna work on it, make another video, come up with something, and get your guys' opinion again. Um, I really enjoyed all the opinions that people gave me on this last video. You guys took it easy. You guys were, I wanted you guys to be honest. See, honesty is the best policy. At the end of the day, I'm a big boy. I can take it. And I opened myself up for it. I just said, take it easy and let's be respectful. Everybody was. Kudos to all you guys that actually commented. Um, this is the more the direction that I want to go with my channel. I want to make sure you guys are understanding what I'm doing, my reasoning of doing it, and my thinking process behind what it is that I'm doing. I think if I can continue to stay on that path, you guys are going to learn more. You guys are, I probably won't have to constantly talk in circles, constantly repeat myself and all that. I understand there's going to be new people coming in that's, new to the channel, never seen anything, or heard anything prior. We're going to have that. That's understandable. But there was a lot of times that some of the people were constantly saying, people constantly asking the same questions. And, hopefully this time we can alleviate that. We can get strictly to the point, talk about it. You grasp the concept of what I'm talking about, and we keep it moving so we can continue to learn. And, maybe I can help more people out, become better reefers. That's my ultimate goal here, is to make people understand that first off, size does matter. So let's talk about that. Size does matter. I know a lot of women say size does not matter. That's BS. Size matters. Okay, big pickup trucks, big tanks, big whatever. Size matters. Um, Size really matters when it comes to keeping an aquarium. Okay, and I didn't mean that in a perverted way. So let me just say that. But anyway, um, size does matter. So what I can get away with on a larger scale, you are not going to be able to get away with, let's just say, on a smaller scale. Per se, that that is not 100% true neither. Um, you have to understand what size you're working with in the first place and build your system accordingly to that. Meaning, if you got a nano tank, well, you're only going to have one or two little small fish that ain't going to get any bigger than basically damsels or whatever. So understanding what you got to work with and build that system accordingly, and understand that you don't want to sneeze on it, but you could potentially do the same thing and still have the same success, but it's going to be a lot more finicky than a large system. And what I mean by finicky, don't sneeze on it. You're not going to be able to constantly put your hands. You're going to have to be cautious of what's on your hands before they even go in the tank. A larger system, not so much. Not saying that it won't hurt it if you have aftershave on your hands and you stick it in. Yeah, you might have whatever. You're not going to totally crash the system as you would on a 24-gallon tank and have aftershave. You get the point, right? So size does matter, and that's the thing. Why some people have better success than others. Um, Understanding that. Some people do understand that. Some people have great ability to restrain from constantly touching their system and putting things in it, as far as food and overdoing things. And some of us don't. Some of us just can't help ourselves but constantly tinker and fiddle with things that should just be left alone in the first place. So, thank you for, let's see this, Blue Carbon Reef, super chat. Thank you so much. He says, thank you for all of the great content you have coming out. I am so happy to see you on the live stream. Thank you, Blue Carbon Reef, for that super chat. I greatly appreciate it, honestly. Um, as you guys know, this is very expensive, so I am going to be pushing. And I know some people, have their, own thoughts, but I can't worry about that. At the end of the day, the system is very expensive, and we actually still need funds to finish the system. So make sure, if you guys can, go to the GoFundMe and support me there. Be greatly appreciated. We still have a lot of stuff to buy. The tank and stuff, yeah, we got that, but we still got a lot to do. Let's see. Send me those colonies since you don't have use for them. Those colonies I will be keeping and fragging up. So with the Indonesia ban and stuff that's going on, it's going to be really scarce when it comes to corals. So we have another super chat we appreciate from Lisa's Aquatics. Thank you, Lisa. Lisa says, we appreciate everything you do, Rico. Thank you, Lisa. So thank you, Lisa, also for putting that out there for people to be able to help with this build. Is that the final rockscape? No, it's not. Back to the rockscape. So I know in the video, if you guys haven't watched the video, please go back and watch it. Make sure. Also, before I answer this, also, guys, I would like to say is, if you've watched the video but you think you forgot to hit the thumbs up on my videos, please go back to those videos and make sure you guys hit the thumbs up. That is another way that you can support as well. If you don't have funds, make sure you guys are at least doing that. It's a great help to make sure you guys, and also share my videos. Share the videos, hit that thumbs up. That's what really helps too when it comes to as far as YouTube and getting YouTube makes you more noticeable. Let's just say on their platform. There's a lot of loopholes YouTube wants you to do, wants you to abide by their terms and all kinds of stuff. So if you haven't done it or you think you haven't, or if you're not sure, make sure you go back to these videos that I've been putting out on this build. Hit that thumbs up and share the videos. Share, share, share. Make sure you guys are sharing my videos so other people are going to be able to find me, see what's going on, and become part of this community. It would be greatly appreciated if you guys could do that for me. One thing I have noticed that I've been trying really hard, and the wife had mentioned it in one of her videos, and trying to hit 500 likes. 500 thumbs up, and we're working really hard, and I know I am to make sure I'm putting out some good content for you guys and documenting, like I said I was going to do, document everything that I'm doing. And we still have not hit that for whatever reason. I don't understand. Tons of views, but not hitting at least 500 thumbs up. So that's one thing. If I have to beat a dead horse, constantly bring it up. Hopefully, I don't. Make sure you guys are hitting that thumbs up. That's really helps, and it keeps me motivated. To seeing that thumbs up is like saying you're really truly appreciating what I'm doing, leaving those comments and blah blah blah. All that stuff really makes me happy, gives me more of a drive to continue. I'm on the right path. You guys are enjoying, and if you guys are enjoying, that means that I'm enjoying, because sharing is caring. Fair exchange ain't never been a robbery. That whole 9 yards. So thank you again. So smash those thumbs up, please, if you're in here. Watcher participation, right? So let's see. Hopefully, this band gets sorted. 1 year is hard but manageable. 4+ might get scary. Um, Maybe. Viewer makes more sense. It's early. Yes. No, it's early. I'm not worried about that right now. I plan on getting this out early. I'm not sure on what the weather's going to do. I still have stuff to do. I have to finish this rock work. I have to put a new screen door on the side of the house. I actually had to replace. That was not part of this build at all. I just tore up some of the house, put holes in the wall, trying to get this right here, this that does not break down. Don't remember how we got it in, but we tore the house up getting it out of here. And I broke some stuff and had to patch some holes and all kinds of crazy stuff. That day cost me about $400 that should have been going into this tank. Um, Went on a new screen door and door and mud. So yeah, not cool. Anyway, I hope your back is feeling better. It is. It's feeling a little bit better now. My back, I was laid up for 4 days. I couldn't walk, um, any of that. It was truly bad. But now it's a little better. Um, Yesterday and today feels, way more better as far as just moving around and stuff like that. So it's still, sore and stuff like that, but you're going to have that. It takes time, especially with a back injury you already have. Just re-injuring stuff is not helpful. Let's see. Um, all right. Thank you, Ruben. Thank you. Thank you. I'm trying. I'm trying. I'm truly trying. So let's see. What else do we have? Any questions? Any more questions? Sore back equals moving around is the cure. Yeah, trying to, but I was like hunched over, like, and I felt like I needed a walker. Like I could have used a walker actually. So I know there's probably more people. Probably didn't get notified. I'm not sure of the live stream that want to talk about this rock work and aquascape. Um, we'll see. How long have I been live? Almost an hour. So almost an hour. So he says, Marine TV says, will you use Refugium algae scrubber or algae scrubber? I definitely won't use any algae scrubber. Uh, just not doing that. No algae scrubber here. So yeah. Um, okay, so I've been getting a lot of questions also about this. So what did the tank cost? Well, let's just say a tank that size built, um, let me put it like this. I'm thousands of dollars out of my own pocket, which I did not plan for, that which kind of hurt me because, um, yeah, I got a big family. So at the end of the day, that's kind of why I'm saying if people like to help support because I need it to finish the system, I'm gonna put it out there. I'm not made of money, not by any means. So hopefully these videos are what you guys like. Hopefully you guys appreciate. Hopefully you guys are willing to support and just go to the GoFundMe to help recoup. Tank that size is not cheap. Special built double Euro brace 3/4 inch glass. If you guys seen the video, you see the quality of it. Did I get a discount? Yes, I did. Um, because me and Mike Paletta went in together to have our tanks done. Because we did it together, we were able to split shipping cost and stuff like that because he's an hour and a half that way from me. Um, so we did get a discount on the tanks, but they still wasn't cheap. Even the stand wasn't cheap, like over $2,000 just for the stand. So I only had originally started off with the GoFundMe raised almost $7,000. It was like 6,900 and something dollars on the GoFundMe page. So if you only took away a little over two for a stand, that means only five for a tank. Do the math. Doesn't work out. So yeah, I'm out of pocket a whole lot right now, and I wasn't planning on this build or anything. So Mike the Reefer just super chatted. He didn't say anything, but Mike the Reefer, thank you so much for that super chat. We have Kinsey. Kinsey, Rico started me off with Acropora. Now I'm hooked. Much love, Reef community. Thank you. Can't miss corals. I believe that's Kinsey. So if I'm correct, please leave it here in the chat so I can see it. So thank you so much for that as well. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the super chat. So yeah, um, we have a lot still to go. I still have lights. I still have plumbing. I still have calcium reactor that I cannot use. The one I have that was running the other system because of the way I grow corals, it's not going to work. I still have pumps and return pumps and stuff like that still to get. Not cheap. Not cheap. So basically into the money is raised by super chats or GoFundMe. I preferably GoFundMe because it's just easier. The money, I can go ahead and take and place the orders on stuff. we're going to still get the rock working. Oh, not to mention the sump that has to be built. Totally forgot. One of the other main things that's being built for this system, the sump. 8 feet long, 3 feet wide, 2 feet high. That's the sump for the filtration for this. Thank God that I can reuse the Reef Octopus 8000. That alone is almost $2,000 saved. Thank God that I've already had something that I can convert over. So that helps. But we're going to get the rock in and whatever. And, you know, at this point, it's really just kind of finish. I still got tons of plywood to build, the shelving and stuff for the sump, for the frag tanks to go on top. Okay, not to mention, here I'll just show you. Right there is 2 more frag tanks that had to be bought. The wife was not too happy about that because that was more money. But I have to move the corals where they're at now out of the room, hook it up to the other. I didn't have anything to place the corals in, so I had to grab those, build and add to the frag system that was separate from the main system, put everything over there so we can move everything out the filtration room / laundry room so I can start building and getting that all done up and stuff like that. So yeah, not good. Um anyway, Rico's gonna need 8 to 10 lights total. Yeah, yeah, based on the size of the tank. Um, yeah, yeah, yeah. Over $5,000. We're still close to about $10,000 out just to be everything. But you know, I can only do what I can do, and hopefully, things works itself out so this can be finished and we can be up and rolling. Um, it's at this point it's like no rush. It is what it is. I can only do so much. Way over 5K. Laugh out loud, Sandy. Thank you. Yeah, well, yeah. So, um, just looking here over the chats. Um, hello, Nate. How's it going? But anyway, yeah. So it is what it is, guys. We know I don't want anybody to feel like, oh my God, I have to. No, you don't have to do anything. Just come in, hang out, enjoy the live streams, enjoy my videos. Nobody's asking anybody to do anything. If you can, you can. If you can't, you can't. It's all understandable. Nobody here on YouTube's a millionaire. If they are, they're not saying. But at the end of the day, it's fine. I don't want anybody to feel a certain type of way or feel like they have to do something for somebody. You don't. You don't have to do anything. You're doing enough by being here, enjoying my channel, supporting my channel, hitting a thumbs up, sharing my videos, stuff like that. I don't want anybody to feel pressured or they have to do something or even feel bad. It's not your problem. So anyway, back to the chat. Rico's Aquariums, what are you doing for heating? Sorry, missed it. As far as heating, I'm not doing much for heating, to be honest. Not much of anything as far as heating. I'm gonna just run some, my regular heaters. It is in the basement. Temperature doesn't really fluctuate at all. Usually the temperature in there or in the tanks are usually 75, 76. I mean, it gets down to about 74. I've had my tanks go down to 72. The corals are fine. Everything's fine. But I have not had to worry so much. It usually stays around 78 for the most part when the AC's on. It does chill even more in the basement because the basement's already cool. So really, I shut the vents off that's blowing from the ceiling. I shut those off because it really gets chilly in there. So I mean, if I had a heating problem being in the basement, I have a natural chiller. So really don't have to worry too much about that. Did you see my skate, Rico? I sent you video. I've had so many comments on Aquascape. It's not even funny. I have looked at some videos. Some people's they did what is it? Fades Black. Did you? No, who was that? Yeah, was that the videos? The cubes. Was that you? The cubes? I can't remember. No, that was Aqua. I think. I have no idea. I've seen so many that it's not even funny. I think I did melt somebody else. But here's the thing. Um, when it comes to aquascape, okay, Rico, I would raise the center structure and leave it as is. Scape looks great. I don't have chiller. Sorry, I'm trying to read the chats and um, anyway, I lost my train of thought just looking over at the chats. When it comes to the skate, um, like I said, I don't know what I'm going to do. Um, everybody's saying, I'm pretty sure it's this structure, if I'm not mistaken. Everybody said the middle. Far as Greg Jones, the heating, I think I was on that. Just regular heaters, couple, 150 watt, 200 watt heaters, whatever. I don't need a whole lot to get it heated up in there. I could just open a vent, use the heating in my house for the wintertime, and keep it at 70 whatever degrees, and use the heaters just to kind of help keep up. But anyway, the structure here, everybody's saying, um, maybe I'll just disconnect this. Maybe I'll come off of this structure or bring this structure up another rock here and use some rocks to base off there. And then I don't know. I have a whole box of rocks still. I have a whole bunch of rocks that I'm still, whatever. So that's not a problem. No. And once again, if you're new coming in, about frags or colonies, everything is going to be frags. We're starting over again. That's the whole thing. That's the purpose of this. I was fine with my 300. I honestly don't even know how I got talked into this because it's been a nightmare. Let me not say that, but it ain't been the pleasant because there was so much that had to go into this build for preparation for the new tank, all that. My system was great. I had no urges on upgrading anytime soon. Wanted the wife to finish her schooling for her RN degree before we got into another tank. Um, but everybody wanted to be supportive, wanted to, this or that, talked her into a GoFundMe, blah, 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 the whole 9 yards. And here we are. So now we're here. And I said, if we're going to do it, we're going to do it from beginning to the end. I was going to document everything for you guys. We're going to go through the journey together. Okay. Now, with that being said, there were going to be things that I was going to do different. Right here is one of them. Starting off with dry rock. I didn't. I really have to see, and it bugs me, and it bugged me the whole time of being on live stream, listening to people about this dry rock situation and how much trouble they have with it. I'm not curing this rock. I'm not sticking this rock and cycling this rock in a barrel. This rock is going strictly in the tank as is. Did I let that cat out the hat right there? People probably, um, whatever. This rock is going straight in the tank as is. I don't think I need to cure it. I don't think I need to cycle it. I don't think in whatever. I don't think any of that. This is a huge system. 1% of light rock. I'll probably never even see a cycle. I'm not even testing for the cycle. So the system is large. Larger the system, you might not even see it. This happens quick. Um, so we'll see. We will see how that works out. I think it will be fine if you ask me. And no, I was not able to find any cement. I did get a little bag of Persian beads. I think it's Persian beads. You know what? How about you guys wait right here? Talk amongst yourself. Going to the truck. Let me grab this bag and maybe you guys know a little bit about it. 1 second. All right. So actually it's Seakins. Aqua Vitra, the Aqua Vitra bond. So it's 250 milliliters. You know, the whole heat the water up, put the beads in. You can it's plastic adhesive. So I seen this at first time I seen this was down in Florida at Reefapalooza in Florida, but it was the German brand. It wasn't this brand. I think it was from Germany. Um, it wasn't this brand. So you heat these pellets up, or you get a cup of water, hot water. You throw these beads in, and they kind of turn into a goo. And you can work with it and mold it, and, you know, make a ball, and then start, you know, molding around your rock work. It's supposed to work pretty good. This was a sample that I got from Aquatica. So that's my one of my local LFSs that I go to a lot. He's a good friend of mine. He was actually in the video helping with the tank. So he got some at the show to try, use, whatever. So I got a sample pack of it as well. So we're going to use that and see how that works out. When I do my 1,000, I am coming to you for advertisement. I have no idea what that, I missed that. Rico, it's just thermoplastic beads. Yeah, okay, that's what it is. Rick Jones said thermoplastic beads. So, yeah, I've never used it. So, we have my version on website. These can you can get them in bulk. Okay, get it in bulk. So yes, I'm going to be using some of that. I got some of the what you would call it, the stick. Also, I have rods. I have that I'm going to be drilling. I've drilled some of this rock. I need to drill more. So yes, thank you, Lisa. Make sure you guys show the love. Hit the thumbs up, please, as you coming in. It's greatly appreciated. So, do we have any more questions? I've been live now for about an hour. So, Do we have any more questions? Tonga branches, no, don't have any of that. Oh yeah, yeah. Emarco GP cement. Yeah. And you know what, Greg? I'm glad you said that because I totally forgot because I've been so busy. Totally forgot about that. I mean, just that's the thing. I've been so busy trying to get this stuff. Like I'm talking to people, having conversations. I'm forgetting the conversations because I'm being pulled this direction. I got to this, that. Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. Thank you for that reminder, though. Yeah, I got it. I actually, you know what? Maybe I'll when I shut down the stream, I will look into that so I can. Yeah, I need to get that. Hello, Mitch. Thank you for those thumbs up. Did you see my comment about one or two pieces of rock in a bucket for a week or so to see if it leaches phosphates? I'm not worried about it leaching phosphates. Not at all. There's nothing going to be in the tank. So the phosphates are going to, as far as I'm concerned, we are talking probably roughly at least 1,200 gallons when this tank is all said and done, guys. I don't know if you guys realize how big this system actually is going to be when it's final. It's going to be total water volume about 1,200 gallons. The main display is about 550. So just so you guys know, truly understand. I'm glad you're back. Is better. I'm excited for you with the mega build. I am truly excited as well, but it is a lot of work. It's not that easy. If you guys seen the video of getting this system into the house, um, you know, it's not easy. It's not easy, and it's very time consuming. And hopefully, at the end of the day, it pays off. And you know what? Everything is looking good. I can't complain. We had no, breakage or anything like that besides the actual door and that stuff. So, yes, there's a lot of phosphate in those rocks, buddy. Where there was in mine, but it's 30 kilograms in a 24-gallon nano. Yeah, I'm not worried about phosphates. Um, I'm not worried about it um, at all. So, I mean, whatever it's going to do, it's going to do. You're talking a ton of water. Whatever phosphates are going to come off these rocks is going to be diluted by the water. The sheer volume of the water, very diluted. So, let's say if I had 80, for what this rock here is what we see. Let's say if I had 80 parts per million in just sitting as if, in this rock, um, who knows? And then we add 1,200 gallons of water. Um, what do we actually have when it's all said and done? You know, that's how I look at it. Um, Rico, I have an important question. I can be a fish in your aquarium. I'll bring the food. Hey, that's fine. Um, so we have no more questions. I think this is going to conclude the live stream. I'll go. I don't know. It's give it 6 more minutes, I guess. Um, thank you, Lisa. Um, all right, GMAX 86. See you later. Bad Fish Diva. Thank you. All right. So yeah, about 6 more minutes, 5 more minutes. RG, hello, hello. So yeah, I'm gonna work on this rock. Give a couple more minutes. I'm gonna continue to work on this aquascape. That's what I'm gonna do actually now after the live stream. I'm gonna dig out more rocks, try to come up with something just a little bit and give a little bit more height here and then taper back down. So if you're looking at it, kind of goes up a little bit. Like I said, I'm probably going to hit it here. My main concern is flow coming from this end, going to that end. Once the corals grow out, the whole 9 yards. So that's more my concern. I don't want to create a wall. Rico, can't wait. See it all up and running. It's going to be something else. Thank you, JB's Aquatics. Click clack, what's going on? Pump to see what the build turns into. The build's going to actually be it's going to be awesome. At the end of the day, it's going to be awesome. Like I said, only thing that's going to be the hindering factor is getting the rest of the supplies that it needs to get it going. That's the only hindering factor right now. As far as this, I have it already. We can, whatever, get it together, get it, build and sit in a tank, and that's it. That's it. Until we have everything and whatever. Once the sump, we can get the sump and pay for the sump and all that. Get the water flowing, the pumps to use to get it to the. So once that, it's just, whatever. It's not end of the world. We got the tank. The tank's here. Got the stand. We're working on the rock work. Um, you know, and we'll get that in the tank. And whatever we don't have, we'll just wait until you know, funds are there to get it. That's all. Um, I know it will be beautiful, just as the other. Better than the other. Better. If I'm going to redo all this, um, the 300 is going to look um, not up to par like this one. This is going to outdo the 300. If I got to sit here and put in all this work and do all this all over again, I can't just have it the same. It's got to be better. I got to make it better. How can I make it better? My mind's already on even better than that. So I got to set the bar high for myself so it pushes me and gives me that drive, you know, to be better. If you're going to redo something, you want to do it better than you did the first time, with the last system or the first time of whatever it is you're doing. So, all right, guys, we got 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes. Any more questions? Uh, Suggest some easy SPS. Um, I don't like suggesting any SPS because even bird's nest, if we say bird's nest, some of those are more finicky. Sometimes just goes out the door before, let's just say, are harder, more finicky SPS. Um, so I got to get to your 300 first. You a professional. Yeah. Awesome. And beautiful so far. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Maybe later on this evening, when the wife's home, maybe we'll do an hour live stream. We can talk to her. You can see her tank, and you guys can ask her questions live We'll probably do that maybe later on this evening. Do a 1 hour live stream, and you guys get to talk to her and also about her build. So, you know, her 40-gallon build, all in one aquatop aquarium that she has. Her stuff has kind of been like sitting on the back burner because we have so much going on and I need so much help. You know, it's just her and I. So, you know, we've been working really hard and struggling to get what we need to do done. So the tank's in place and all that good stuff. So let's see. We need to see her tank. Yep. All right. So we are at 9:10. All right, guys. So with that being said, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Once again, thank you, Lisa Aquatics, for putting out the links for the GoFundMe for Rico's merch. I'm actually going to be redoing the merch, putting, you know, some more designs and stuff like that, better stuff. I feel like I need to work on that and get that up to par and stuff like that as well. Also, thank you guys for the super chats as well. And once again, if anybody want to support what's going on in this build, it's greatly appreciated and we need it. And the link is in the chat here or in the description of any of my videos, the GoFundMe page. So thank you guys for love and support. I'm going to get back to work, and if I can, I'll definitely would do a live stream tonight. I'll set the timer or whatever to go live. And you can talk to Miss Rico about her system, about things that you want to know with her tank, and I'll let her do all the talking on that. So, with that being said, guys, take it easy. Have a great day.